Yo, what's good, duelist? We have the UDS Championship Round 1. Let's get into it. I think Jesse is going first. He's going to summon the Snake Eye Ash. And pretty good card, I would definitely say so.
Absolutely, it's going to grab you another monster. It can use the other effect on the field, and we're going to start
That's
with the Snake Eye.
Poplar.
Yep, since it's added to the hand, it can reveal itself and special summon to the field. And then when it special summons to the field, it's going to be able to add a Sinful Spoil, or no, sorry, a Snake Eye spell or trap.
Yep, yes.
Really key here because you're also able to grab Divine Symbol of the Snake Eye, while Diabellstar can only access the Sinful Spoils. But going to go ahead and grab that Sinful Spoils, the original Sinful Spoils. And then we're going to see, okay, this is different.
So he's playing Oak, I
Fast
think.
Ash, I think.
I feel like you have to be doing
Snake
this
Eye
play.
monster from his deck.
Yeah,
Does Jeff
I
have
have
Ash
seen
Blossom?
different versions of that combo where you're trying to get, either back row or the field spell to be the one that you send instead. So why do you think the reason is for this pivot? Oh, Ash.
Oh, and then he gets Ash Blossom.
But the Poplar is going to activate in the
And he already has original. This is why Ash isn't that good. Like, he can still just go original for Oak, right?
A lot of the times you see here, you see a link with the Poplar for a link creator, but decides to go with this
Oh my
a bit differently. Going to be able to send that Poplar to special summon a level 1 fire from the deck. You see that beautiful quarter century secret rare original Simple.
He instead goes with the Fire King engine
King aspect of the deck, so he's probably not going to have
rather
anything
than
as
Oak.
Flameburst Dragon, which is huge for.
But I think because he sent the two monsters right away and didn't make Link Rebo, he has to have Oak
Def to be able to break
in
the
his
board a little
deck.
bit, but he's going to go for Ponix, and Ponix is let him add a Fire King spell or trap from the deck to the hand. Legendary Fire King Ponix. He's truly legend. Wait for it.
Yeah, wait for it.
Sanctuary.
There we go.
So he is playing Sanctuary, not running just the one island.
Is it not hard enough?
So there is the
You can't stop me. No one can stop me.
so there is the Fire King Sanctuary that's been activated, and that has placed a Fire King Island onto the field that enables everything now. Depends on now where Jesse's going to
Probably going to make Link Rebo if he does have a fire in his hand. If he doesn't have a fire in his hand, I feel like he destroys Ponix. So that's the inference I would make based off this. Because you could just have an extra body on the field right now. Also, sending Arvada kind of makes sense. So there's like a couple things. So he can't summon back Ash and use its effect again to get to Flameberg. So basically, it feels like he has no access to Flameberg. So Promethean Princess not being able to special something anything of value, it might be reasonable to choose Arvada over the Kieran add back off Sunlight Wolf. I don't even know if he could get the Sunlight Wolf add back because, like, without the Flameberg, how are you going to special again? And we already know that he probably doesn't have another fire in his hand. If he did have a fire in his hand, it could be Kieran, just because he did send Arvada and he didn't do the Sunlight play. But like I said, the only good card to summon off Princess is probably Arvada here. The Ash Blossom's going to make us our Promethean Princess a Link too. This by the way, this is just one thing I really love about this format is because Ash Blossom, especially in the TCG where we don't have Max Seed, because we don't have to include Ash Blossom in all of our decks like the OCG. In the OCG, I think you're nuts if you don't play 3 Ash Blossom because especially if your deck loses to Max Seed. If you're Flu, maybe you can get away with not playing Ash Blossom because who cares if you get Max Seed when you're playing Flu. But in the TCG, Ash Blossom's still been in 3 of in like every deck. It's like the best hand trap effect generically. But with Hita being like making Promethean Princess a Link too, it just like makes it so much more like non-integral to the deck. Like maybe you don't play Ash Blossom now. So it's interesting to see that like Jeff's playing Ash Blossom. We see Zaylon. Oh, we see that Jesse is playing Phoenix. I would definitely be worried if I was on stream and I was one of these players with revealing my extra deck to the camera. I would try to reveal nothing. Like, literally, absolutely nothing.
When it's destroyed, you can destroy it to bring back the princess,
Yep.
and then you special summon back another link monster, and then when it's in your graveyard, it's gonna have another interruption effect to be able to destroy. But we see that card we talked about. What's the name?
Is it Burning Algae? Are we searching for Burning Algae?
Okay. So and then because he did make Ambler Whale, so he didn't even use the Arvada, right? So his hand is pretty weak for sure, but I definitely could see a Kieran being in there. But it is weird that you wouldn't just make Link Karibo and then pop Kieran from your hand, then send Arvada off of Garunix, especially in the Kieran back, getting like tons of value. That would have been 3 bodies, and you could have made Sunlight Wolf. So actually, I would probably assume that Jesse doesn't have a Kieran in his hand, because why wouldn't he just destroy it with Fire King Island?
Or this is one of the most sought after cards in current Yu-Gi-Oh.
Definitely from Maze of Millennia.
This is a kind of dangerous to open with the bonfire. It tells a lot to your opponent, though.
Means he doesn't have Snake Eye Ash, probably, because, yeah, Bonfire a little susceptible to draw and Lockbird.
Yeah, and that will actually shut down most of the other lines.
We already know that's like why Billy's one of the best players ever. Like, yeah, usually I would start with Snake Eye Ash over Bonfire. However, there are definitely times where I will start with Bonfire for Poplar, even if I open Snake Eye Ash, just because you don't want to use your normal summon right away. So say you open like Ash and Ponex, like obviously I'm gonna Bonfire over, or like Oak, I'm gonna Bonfire first because I have that normal summon.
Well, so that opening with bonfire a bit dangerous here.
I don't think it's like necessarily dangerous to open with Bonfire. You literally commit nothing. It's basically like a Black Witch.
Okay.
Won't be adding any effect spawns from Jesse.
Troll and Lockbird, definitely a great card.
Draw and Lockbird, because if you just use it on Snake Eye Ash, there's
We
no
don't know if Jeff is playing.
actually at its best when you are going first, because you're able to establish the board and cut them off from being able to add cards from their deck to their hand. It's tough to come back, but we don't have the strongest start from Jesse. But having the Princess, the Ambloel, and the Garunix, that's still so many interruptions with just those few comments.
Yeah, we don't know if Jeff is playing pure Snake Eye or Fire King yet. It's also important to note.
A lot of lines are just cut off, and it's going to be difficult to actually build a board. You're going to need to summon an additional monster, maybe to hold on with another Link monster.
Also a back row available for Jesse. What do we think? I don't know this deck to use.
Imperm called by Super Poly.
Bluff a lot of times. There's stuff like the
Definitely not talents. Definitely not a bluff set talents. I don't think it could be a bluff. It could also just be a main deck Cosmic. It could be a main deck Econ. Both of those cards wouldn't have been activated. I hate Circle, so let's see if this Circle does anything for him. Circle out the Ash. That shit. I'd rather that be any other card. Monster Reborn. And it's like, how often do you search Circle?
Lining it up, putting another card in the back, generating 2 monsters onto the field.
well, yeah, because Jesse used
Like people are literally out here not playing Oak, and then there's people out here playing Circle. It's like so crazy. It's like, I don't know. Like Yu-Gi-Oh players are so all or nothing.
Is a charmer. Yes, this Hita the fire charmer.
Oh, he does have the Hita, so he could bring
Yeah.
back the Hita. You're right.
Bam,
Since a fire monster was destroyed, he's going to be able to
bam.
hear them talking. As they did clear
Important thing to remember as a player: Hita will not search if it's summoned off of Ambloel because it has to be a Link summon card to get the Rhoda effect when it's destroyed. Also, if Hita searches Ponex when it's destroyed, Ponex cannot special summon because it didn't see the card get destroyed.
bring back this Arvata, so he has the monster effect negate.
Why this deck's so broken? That Ash Blossom, literally basically a neg 1. Like, he did... And Jesse really didn't even have that much besides a droll. Like, it's actually crazy that how much work that Promethean Princess on Ambloel did. Like, he really barely had anything. And we see just like the power of just Ambloel with Princess Engrave. Like, Jesse's play probably lost to literally a Called by the Grave. Like, just straight up lost to Called by the Grave. Going second. Which is why I don't think Called by the Grave might be like the best it's ever been. Let's try to get into just right when the match starts. All right, I think we're there. Yo, magic fingers. You already know. Got there right away. Okay. Jeff's going first, post side. Interesting to see if he's going to be siding floodgates or something like that.
It's going to be very different than going first, so probably not the anti-spell fragrances and things like that. So I'm wondering what type of field Jeffrey's able to assemble here. Already the
Starts Bonfire again. See if there's a droll again.
Well, so one of the cards you could side in, we didn't see it here, is Cyframe Gear Delta. It's able to
Always add Snake Eye Ash, pretty much. I'm
Bonfire. It's pretty
adding
good
Bon.
for-
Oh, okay. Impermon, Ash, dead talents.
Maybe he's not maxing out on the copies of
Ooh,
Gear,
that
so
Wanted's good.
his hand here to stop that disruption, but does have Wanted, the Seeker, the Sinful Spoils, going to be able to access Diabella.
Well, Jesse's gonna need another Imperm. Ooh, whoa. There's some spice.
Jesse, and this is what we talk about when we say the difference between
Damn.
players, the best duelists. chalices. I think a lot of people would just say, "Don't stop the bonfire." That gets everything going, but you already know you have the answer to what the bonfire is going to search in the infinite impermanence.
All right, whatever this dude just said is so wild. That's the difference. Homie opened 2 hand traps and he didn't use it on bonfire. Yo, that's so funny. Yeah, Jesse's a great player, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this is the example of like his peak fucking play. Like, right?
But there's still a chance Jeff hard drew Diabell Star if he's playing multiple copies or something like that.
I was gonna say then, what are the next plays Jeff can look for, or is the turn just over with this? If this is it, ooh,
It looks like he's still thinking to this Delta, so he might have an Ash Blossom. Because you can Ash Blossom the Delta, it stays in the hand, but it can still be used later on in the turn.
Yeah, there are not once per turn.
Yeah, so he would still have to worry about him using the Delta on the original Sinful Spoils.
And he uses Ghost Bell to stop it. Because
Same kind of thing.
Same thing, because the Cypher Drive can be summoned from the graveyard, and because it's mentioned in that card text, you can use this particular disruption.
Yo, but
Similar thought
I guess
and now you know it's there, and you know.
I guess it's kind of reasonable to bell there because at least you're gonna draw off the original. This definitely means that Jeff has no access to original besides this, which obviously he used bonfire, so he can't like bonfire for Poplar. He already uses normal summon, so obviously there's pretty much no access to original based off this. So I would definitely bell there. I think the bell was a good play because this original is gonna get negated, right? Because that isn't a hard once per turn. Bam! Just like Gamma versus Ash. And then you do get to replace that Bell, though. I don't know, but Bell is also really good. So, like, getting rid of Bell is, I don't know. Like, you catch your opponent off guard, maybe make it to turn 3. Oh, he does have talents, too? That's so interesting that he belled there if he had talents. Because I would just draw 2, right? Well, I guess, like I said, there's not many cards you could draw. No, I think that bell made sense. For sure. You just have to get to the next card. Bell's not gonna, especially if Bell's your only hand trap, it's definitely not gonna do enough by itself.
Yeah, but on the other side of that, if Jeff finds a way to get more monsters on the field, he can use the Promethean Princess, bring it back, and still have access to that second effect later on. That's the cool part about this deck. There's so many things you can do.
And Jeff also has Triple Tactics Talent, a very powerful reaction.
This is huge, especially when if he had to use that driver from the hand, he's gonna be down to 2 cards in his hand.
Yeah.
But it looks like, is he chaining the Kieran from his hand?
Ooh! Alright, so already predicting Jesse has Ponix in his hand and he's chaining Kieran, so he keeps his starter. And I'm also guessing that Jeff used the look at hand effective talents.
Choosing to do it.
I was gonna rip out I think the remaining cards completely.
I could do it.
That's because the other 2 are not fire monsters.
Delta's on the field. It's going to go away with driver, and then...
These 2 hand traps definitely pretty much stop Jeff, though.
Destroy Flamebird. So I just want to be clear. Jesse has no cards in hand, right?
Yeah,
no, he has
nothing.
no cards.
Nothing in hand.
I've never seen this in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where a player empties their whole hand turn 1 without the other...
Did he open driver?
I guess the talents count. The talents count.
Yeah.
All right. He's a Kieran and a prayer. Can he draw Snake Eye Ash, a Fire King Sanctuary? Start the turn
I will say,
Heart of the cards
has stopped Jeff.
He does.
So if any, he just battle phase attack.
So right now, Jesse and Jeff basically consider pushing each other into a simplified game state. Where, we're going to be
very simplified.
We're playing 1 card at a time.
I love how we built this up to be the biggest. This deck's gonna combo. This deck's gonna combo. We're gonna have these crazy fields. And this is duel 2 of the entire event.
This is perfect, though, because they basically emptied out each other.
Yeah,
they tried to stop each other as much as possible. Otherwise, if Jeff went off, then, well, Jesse with 1 card is going to be very difficult.
And in the second duel, this is much more common when...
Man, this is like the most... This is the biggest thrill in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! When you're both in top deck mode. Please, do you have hand trap? No? Okay, that's a game, pretty much. We still have original because we put it back off wanted. Don't even have to play 2. It's insane.
It's kind of in an advantageous position because he does have access to more cards. He had that wanted draw. He just was able to get to the Snake Eye effect faster. But who knows what Jesse has? He did draw 2 cards and pass, so they could be some sort of defensive options from the hand. Now it's just going to link it away.
Link it off. Link Karibo.
Yep, so by linking it away, you get to use Snake Eye Poplar Effect to place a fire monster into the spell and trap card zone, essentially giving you a free card to send with your original Sinful Spoils Snake Eye. So you're going to be able to build more monsters onto the field. Yeah, Link Karibo, one of the best monsters in the game right now. Not only does it work with Poplar to where you can do this combo, now that the Link Karibo is in rotation, anytime there's a level 1 effect that's activating, you're going to be able to use that quick effect from the graveyard to tribute it out and dodge effect negation.
That's
as
right.
well.
Billy is right. That is one of the most broken things about Link Karibo for sure.
Interactions the deck has.
I mean, you say Link Karibo is one of the best cards. I think any 1-star fire monster is one of the
Exactly. See,
right now.
Yeah, now exactly.
We're learning.
Yep.
We're learning.
So, the legendary Fire King Ponix has been summoned onto the field, and the Fire King Sanctuary has been now added to hand. I believe it's going to be activated right away, and that's going to set up the Fire King item being placed onto the field.
I'm a huge Fire King fan, and the fact that Island is like the focal point of the deck and makes everything go, I love that. That's how they incorporate.
Yo, he says he's a Fire King fan when he was playing Mermails. This guy's a poser. It's interesting that everyone's playing Sanctuary. I thought maybe, especially for UDS, where like players are like, you know, peak talent, right? I thought maybe some of them would just be playing like the one Fire King Island and no Sanctuary. So we're kind of solidifying that, like, you know, Sanctuary is a really good card. You know, just getting the extra continuous spell is really helpful, and like the destruction protect effect is really helpful. I don't think the rank 8 comes up that much, but definitely interesting.
To worry about it.
I think the pushback might be a good call on this one, because you don't know what's in Jesse's hand. If Jesse's hand has a Fire King monster, then it could just get the ball rolling for Jesse.
Yep.
Okay.
Going to
I'll just take it away.
summon Hida, get that Flame Burst. Let's see if he.
This is our Flamberg.
We're sharing. We're sharing the deck now.
Now, does he push back to Kieran? Does he wait to use the effect? Does he not use it at all? Doesn't use it at all.
Well, luckily, you know, Jeff is very safe at taking the Flamberge. Usually, it could come with a huge risk of summoning back your opponent's level 1 fires.
Oh, yeah.
But there's not
nothing
enough in the grave.
Yeah.
That effect does
Jesse
not
opened
target.
all,
So
interaction.
you have to have 2.
The Promethean Princess is going to bring back that Snake Eye Ash that fell down that first turn, and now Jeff's going to add Poplar.
Yeah, those of you that have played Fire Kings, I feel like you should know this is just obviously lethal. He gets Flameberg. He's going to be able to link into the Salamangreat, Raging Phoenix. When he makes Zealantis, then he pops one of the level 1s. He specials off Flameberg. He's probably going to do a bunch of extra stuff, but in the end, that's how he just kills him. You only need 1 extra monster. So just a fire to destroy off Princess when you have Zealantis, and that's game. All right, now we're getting into game 3. Oh, no. Spoilers. No, spoilers. No. All right. Magic fingers still.
Players mentioned a 2-round buy. I guess they get to play the 2 extra rounds now.
That's a good point. All right. So starting
Onyx normal.
Onyx. So this is not the ideal start. You want to usually summon this card from your hand some other way. So this would lead me to believe that Jesse doesn't have any sort of Snake Eye access. Because even if you open up with the Onyx, if you have the other Snake Eye stuff, there's many times where you can special summon it from your hand throughout your combo.
Yeah, you would probably just destroy with a Fire King Island or something like that.
Yeah, and then summon it with the Arvata.
Yeah, exactly. But opening with Ponix is actually another big tell of what your opponent has, because typically you do want to start with the Snake Eye stuff. You do want to like you rather have Bonfire rather than open with the Ponix.
So I'm wondering what the strongest field that we can actually set up with this opening is. I mean, obviously there's the ideal opening, but based on where we are right now, where can we go with this?
We can go far now because he has original symbols.
That was broken.
Access the other aspect of him, so he's gonna have Snake Eye. But if he didn't have that before, he'd at least be able to stick 2 monsters. If he just
The only thing is now he can't really do the oak play. The reason being is because he's already summoned twice. When you do the oak play, it's like you have to start with Snake Eye Ash or else it's 5 summons. Because oak specials, and then I feel like you might just do a Link Karibo here and then make Flameberg. That's probably what I would do, is Poplar into Link Karibo, Ash effect, special Flameberg. Definitely what I think I'd do.
Make the decision.
Yep, he's going to be thinking about using Snake Eye. Ash is probably going to link away the Poplar into a Link Karibo. The Poplar is going to crystallize itself into the spell and trap card zone.
This is summon number 4, so this is a very crucial junction in the play.
Yep.
Like a lot of things you have to consider is like what part of the combo line are you at, and yeah, there you're gonna use the Ash here. Jesse's gonna use the Ash here, and he's going to put away the Poplar.
Didn't realize that Poplar was Crystal Beast, by the way, Billy.
Yeah.
I've been looking for a terminology to
Yeah.
And these cards are so beautiful. I want to play them in real life so bad.
even though they aren't Crystal Beast.
Yeah.
technically.
I think it's in the spirit of, you know.
We were thinking of you, Jesse. We're thinking of you.
So this particular line here, we put up the Snake Eyes Flamberge Dragon, which makes it safer against Nibiru in case you do lose your field here.
Yeah.
You would get back 2.
If you could get one more monster on the field, if you can make Promethean Princess while leaving Flamebirds on the field, you're actually able to do your Fire King combo, and then you're able to bring back Arvata
Yes.
with the Princess while you have Flamebirds up. Then you link away the Princess and the Flamebirds. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to access that, so he's going to have to link away the Flamebirds to kind of play into Nibiru here. But yeah, Flamebirds kind of works as Nibiru protection just by leaving it up there and using all your other monsters.
This is kind of weird. I feel like maybe if we were Jesse, I feel like maybe we could have just used our island, and Garunix and like made a big board, or at least maybe like an SP Little Knight or something like that, to play around Nib more, and then we just original at the end of everything. Yeah, because I don't like getting rid of this Flameberg easy early. And this is like this. I definitely, if you're thinking of playing Nib, I would not use this as an argument towards Nib, because he opened 2 1-ofs.
Says bring back the Flamebirds. The Flamebirds will put the IP Masquerena in the spell and trap card
Ooh, Phantasme's pretty good here.
Fantastical card against Snake Eye Fire Kings.
And maybe can get you into that Nibiru. if you need
Exactly.
to.
That's why it's so good.
Yeah.
You get to dig for those pivotal cards.
There are 2 Link monsters on the field. That's going to provide, I believe, a 3-card draw, and you have to put 2 back.
Yeah, now if Jesse can get his Link monsters out of the field, Jeff would only draw 1 card and put nothing back, but it would only do 1 card instead of 2. But he's just going to Ash the Phantasme straight
Yeah.
up, keep it in the hand.
I think that's
Now we can Sunlight Wolf
signal
the
that
Ash.
Nibiru is not in hand if it's in the deck. So you don't want to give the
I
opportunity.
think Phantasme's hard once per turn too.
The Flamebirds resolves Chain Link to bring back 2 level 1 fires from the graveyard.
And Phantasme also has other applications because it does prevent your opponent from targeting your monsters.
Definitely.
Reason I think Phantasme sucks is like if Jesse opened a little better, if we get that Phantasme in the graveyard and Dark Charmer back, it's just so broken. It's so broken.
It's full of exceptions. You can't really pin down like a weak point in it, which is why it's so strong.
I love how Phantasme comes back into meta relevancy every now and then.
You always
It's just like
look
you
at
always
him.
need to keep those in your binder. Don't
Yeah.
trade all of them away. You need a playset.
Definitely. It's one of my favorite cards.
Yeah.
The reason Dark's so broken is because Link Rebo is just such an annoying link to have right here. So you put Phantasme and Nib. Then he nibs there. Before Jesse's used Island. Definitely because he's scared of Apo, but I don't think Jesse was going to do an Apo line. I feel like this was definitely a preemptive nib. If I was playing versus Jesse, I don't think I would nib there. Especially after he already ashed my Phantasme, I just feel like he's just going to play into nib now. Like, I don't know.
Aboard despite the Nibiru, but that's not happening here. Jeff, putting the token in attack mode, this is something you can do with the Fire King deck.
Oh, and this is what I mean, by the way, because if you're wondering, how do you get that Phantasme in the graveyard? Fire King Island, pop Kieran effect, special, pop the Phantasme, Link Rebo, and another card into Dark. Like, it's just too broken. I don't like Phantasme at all right now. But a lot of people seem to like it.
Attack mode and crash it into the Nibiru token to trigger your Fire King cards.
And then what? We're about to get 3 monsters.
This is what Jeff didn't want.
We're gonna get Garunix, send Arvada. Kieran's gonna special Ponex. Yeah, so we're gonna have 4 monsters, including the token. And yeah, this is why I love Link Spider too. Oh my gosh! And then that nib's just gone. So Jeff is literally only playing with 4 cards because we know one of them's Phantasme. I feel like Jesse's gonna win, even though he played through double hand trap. And I feel like I'd probably add the Kieran back over the Ash Blossom for sure off Sunlight Wolf. But I also think Sunlight Wolf might be very good to have. It might be easy to special summon on your opponent's turn, and add that Ash Blossom on your opponent's turn, because you can add Ash on your opponent's turn. You can't add Kieran because then you can't use Kieran. But Ash Blossom, you can just add it and use it at the same turn. That's one of the broken things about Sunlight.
Key cards you have to deal with, and one of them is not Phantasme.
Yeah.
Well, here we
But
are.
I mean, I highlight that because there's a lot of starters for this deck.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Jeff
Yeah, it's
still, depending on the field that Jesse's able to build here, I think that Jeff could have a very powerful turn 2. He might have done enough, is really what I'm getting to. If you only have to get through one Promethean Prince.
It's funny, at the start of this, like, of testing this format, I used to think, like, maybe going second in the mirror is actually just better. Now, I'm always wanting to go first. Like, I feel like I'm just never losing when I go first, even if it's the mirror. The only way I lose is if they have talents. Even then, I'm beating most players.
Crevo to try and add back, I would imagine, the Kieran to the hand.
Likely the Kieran. Sometimes they add back the Garunix just so that they can play around.
No, yeah. Also, reason why adding Kieran is so broken is because, we have IP Masquerade in the graveyard. So when we make Ambler Whale, we can pop our Kieran, special back to IP Masquerena. It's just infinite interrupts. And this is why Link Spider can be so good too, because that Nip token could just be a Link Spider, and then that could have made Promethean Princess.
Promethean Princess is about to hit the field. The highlighted card of the entire weekend. If you don't have this, you want it.
Oh, yeah.
If you have it, you're happy.
The Bestower of Flames going to bring back Flamebirds. Now Jesse can use that Flamebirds effect to put the IP Masquerena. He's going to need to get this Princess off the field, though. Does he have something he can link
Ambler
the
Whale?
Ambler Whale.
Yeah.
Ambler Whale.
But he doesn't want to use the Flamebirds because he needs the Flamebirds to summon IP.
That's
right.
So, and if he leaves
It's probably not going to matter.
Interesting.
You can't summon back the IP at the moment. You're a little bit stuck right there because we are locked.
Yeah, this is just so awkward. I don't.
I'm wondering if maybe.
Just his M board's pretty weird.
Oh, yeah.
But he's not trying to loosen time, I don't think, so that's probably why he's playing so fast.
We can push back out. There's a lot of sequencing here, but
I'm happy we arrived there because I was like, there is another way to do this, but this is the correct way then.
Yes, yes. He'll be able to destroy the Princess and then be able to summon the IP. But he doesn't do it right away, so Jeff's going to get the first action here in main phase 1. It's going to be normal summon Snake Eye Ash. We're going to say that a lot this weekend.
Yep. I'm imagining Jesse. Well, what do we know what Jesse has in hand at this point?
I also don't really like. I feel like I really don't like what Jesse did here. Because even the IP Masquerena, it's like, I don't even like IP that much. Well, it must be nice. Like, he probably just wins the game on the spot because of the strike, for sure. So maybe that's why I did this. Because I'm like, the IP Masquerena triggers Phantasme. So it's a little awkward. I might just rather have, like, the Ash Blossom off of Sunlight Wolf. But that would require IP Masquerena too. So it's hard. Yeah, because you can't get both. Because we made the Sunlight Wolf already. I really wanted to add that Ash Blossom on our opponent's turn, as you can tell.
the Snake Eye Oak Ash.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't.
Summon something from the deck is just very big. Just not let them stay on the field.
I don't know. I just feel like if you make Ambler Whale here, with the Flameberg, and just don't put IP Masquerena, maybe put something else here, it just seems like so much better to me. Because you just special Kieran, pop Amblo, get the IP Masquerena whenever you want anyway. You don't get the 2 level 1s, but then, your Princess can pop the Kieran, so you can trigger Kieran in 2 ways, in that of Garunix or Princess popping it on the field. I feel like that would have just been better. And then you still have the pop off Ambler Whale in the graveyard for later, too. I mean, it's definitely worth thinking about.
Another powerful trap in the side deck if you know you're going first, but Bonfire is consecutive.
I can't stop myself every time, but I just can't.
It's another problem with making IP Masquerena too early, though, is when you make IP Masquerena too early, you can't turn the Nib token into an IP Masquerena.
Down.
Poplar is inevitable, everybody.
Gonna grab the original symbols voice. I really like playing the Divine.
Which is why a lot of people play that card Doolittle, the fire that just searches when it gets destroyed, because it's just an easy card to go into when you don't want to make anything that's value for later.
Oak or Flamebirds if you want to play around Nibiru. A lot of the times you do there's a really cool play where you put Flamebirds in the spell and trap card zone, and you make Celine into an Appaloosa, and then you use your original Sinful spell on Flamebirds, and you get 5 monsters on your field underneath your Appaloosa. Wow. That's my favorite play. Well, hopefully we get to see that this weekend. But, you get 5 monsters once.
Yeah, what I really want to see players do this weekend is use Flameberg on their opponent's monsters or use Divine Temple on their opponent's monsters. I feel like that shit's just so strong.
Billy's brain works, 20
skipping to
steps
the
ahead.
end.
Yeah.
But now we see the original on the Poplar to summon Ponix. that Poplar can put any fire monster from either graveyard into the spell and trap card zone. A lot of Master Duel players like realized that for the first time, and they're just like, "Oh wait, I have all these other options.
Oh,
I thought it was just Poplar."
I can
Master
make
Duel kind of helps
I
you.
can make their Promethean Princess. Wow.
There's the Fire King Island coming down.
Jesse
onto the
did
field.
lose 1,500.
Okay, I think maybe we're gonna see like the Kieran get dropped and then IP Masquerena into SP, and then SP can just play around Phantasme, right? Because you can just chain SP, banish 2 monsters in the field. But maybe not. It's definitely a hard play, I feel like, from Jesse's perspective right now. I feel like right here is where you can just completely throw the game. Which is nice. We love being able to throw the game. But if you do the play I said, you still have Promethean Princess Engrave and Kieran on field to pop. You can get rid of all of like his spells and traps too. Even though I don't even think it matters because he has original Engrave.
Summon back Arvata and destroy another card on the field, and then, oh, actually, that would fill him up to where he wouldn't be able to summon the IP Masquerena if he summoned all those monsters.
He may push the IP Masquerena out a little bit earlier.
Also, an important thing to know is Grunix can pop on field, so your board's never really too clogged when you're doing your Grunix play.
One is getting that Promethean Princess off of the field, though.
Yeah, you gotta also be careful with it because it locks you out of using stuff like Nibiru the Primal Being as well while it's on the field. Alright, so it looks like he's going to use Fire King Island to destroy the legendary Fire King Ponix. I love that Ponix was like on the artwork from the cards years ago. You can see
Okay, so this.
the Fire Kings. Oh yeah, now we finally get the.
Now we can get to. I think Jesse's playing around like a second Fire King Island. But now we have to play around the Kieran pop because it is a non-targeting destruction. And we do have no Sanctuary card right now.
This is pretty good. Maybe Jesse's trying to bait Jeff into destroying his Fire King Island. But yeah, there's absolutely no reason to do that here. I would probably. Yeah, the thing you have to destroy is the flame. Is that the most advantageous? I don't know what you destroy with Kieran here. It's either Flamebridge or IP, I feel like.
Not the princess.
It has to be the
tough
IP.
place to be in right here.
Yeah. Yeah, not the princess. You
Yeah.
you destroy the princess on your own.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff definitely knows what's online. He knows that Kieran's in hand and what that represents. He's probably trying to. How we were talking about the board being clogged. Is he going after the token?
26, I think.
No, he's asking how much attack does it have. So the thing is, when you're going second, even though if your opponent has a ton of monsters, there's a lot of different ways in the Fire King Snake Eye deck to still finish them off in one turn. You can use your extra deck, you can use Access Kotaker, but more recently, Salamangreat, Raging Phoenix into World Sea Dragons Atlantis.
Oh yes.
You use the sea, you can banish all the monsters on the field, they all come back. You pick the positions, you can put them all in attack mode, but then you get to use the Promethean Princess from the graveyard, destroy one other fire monster you have, and then that brings back the Raging Phoenix who gains all that attack and you get to do so much damage.
It seems like Jesse is going for the strat where we just try not to die by saving all our stuff. Definitely a strat that can, at least since I've been playtesting, I feel like that strat sometimes can just throw the game. But if you have Kieran, it is pretty hard to die with Kieran in hand. It's like almost impossible, it feels like, if you don't use all your shit right away.
Sunlight Wolf or Nightmare Phoenix, you can just go to battle phase, attack with Zelantis, attack with the other one, the other Fire Link, use the Zelantis effect, destroy it, and then you bring back your Raging Phoenix and attack for game with that. So they don't even have to have monsters. A lot of people think that the Fire King deck needs monsters on the field for that line, but there's also another way.
Very smart.
But
Very
wait,
smart.
there's more.
But wait, all you gotta do is keep summoning monsters on the field and keep accessing that extra deck.
All right, well, he's taking his time with it. 8 minutes on the clock here for Jeff Jones.
This is a critical point. The
Oh, so
token has been destroyed.
He wouldn't have to. I was like, yeah, there's not a good there's just not a good Kieran target. It's either the token or IP, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm like so surprised that he pops the token over IP. Like, in what world is that better? Interesting. Cause that IP, I mean, he has Kieran in his hand, so it's not like you don't have to worry about it at all. And Kieran, Pop Princess, Flameberg into IP. Like, I get it's probably like because of his Phantasme, he thinks that it's worth it, but I don't know. There's just an interrupt that could have like be gone. And you know, if we're going for Zealantis line, Nip Token doesn't matter at all. That shit just gets removed when you use Zealantis forever.
Pace of play up. 7 minutes still on the clock. Jesse is at 6,500 to 8,000. Now he's going to send the Poplar to
Ooh, he has an extender too.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the Black Witch, not Dark Magician.
He's going to get a search. Does
Wanted
the other sinful spoils? No, he's going to go for the wanted. Set a wanted.
Might as well.
Man, we're just committing so hard to our board before we're committing extra deck cards. I don't like this.
Different ways to actually branch out into the.
Like I don't want to commit like my monsters from hands before I get like, especially with this Fire King Island up and the threat of SP Little Knight. I feel like summoning this Diebelster Black Witch was weird.
Sometimes you're very tempted to just, I just want to play it right now, just get rid of your cards, but you just don't know how much follow-up is coming. But Jesse's always on top of this.
Yeah, that heat has got to go. I was like, this has to be when you do something. Like, there's no way.
For Jesse to use that Kieran, he's going to destroy the Princess. Now here comes the Garunix. Since the Fire Monsters destroyed, the Garunix can summon back from the graveyard.
Runix effects.
That's going to probably destroy Kieran.
It's either going to destroy Kieran or Avada. That's why it's so weird, because like you could have just had the Princess destroy the Kieran on your field. You would have had obviously IP Masquerena before that, but I don't know. The way Jesse plays is just like so calm. It feels like it's actually crazy.
So what does Jesse have to?
Then he's using Hida.
Piece of interaction does he have on his
He has the
field?
Arvata for a monster. He can move up the IP Masquerena from the Spell and Trap card zone to his main monster zone with Flamebird's Dragon. And then he can either link into. Yep, SP Little Knight is a huge one. He can also go into a huge Appaloosa, but since we're at this point in stage.
I didn't know. I forgot he already had Arvada engraved, by the way. So obviously it didn't matter. The Princess destroying something on the field.
Forget about SP Little Knight.
Don't forget about that card.
Age of Overlord was a phenomenal set.
That's that and Bonfire are probably up there as the two most sought after cards right now.
It looks like he's adding a Kieran from the Fire King Island. Oh, did he have the?
That's one thing. The Hida ad really doesn't even do anything.
Oh no, this is from the Hida that got destroyed.
Destruction.
Wait,
Destruction.
he had a.
I don't know. I guess I would be maybe be worried about it on the following turn, but
The Kieran's just perfect for that.
now he's just attacking Arvada.
I just love that Jesse somehow has summoned more monsters on Jeff's turn.
Get another Kieran
Sometimes Nibiru is better on your own.
or Ponex.
than it is on theirs.
Oh yeah, you want to get the Ponex because then you add it back during your standby phase when it gets destroyed during the end phase.
But since it's destroyed during the end phase, that means it's gonna go back to the hand during Jesse's next standby.
It's like those little things you can't fucking forget. And that's what I always forget. It's literally just like the little ass.
IP would be, I think IP would be 4, and then the link off of that would be 5.
Yep. So
Drew an Ash Blossom.
Nibiru, that'd be very funny.
I don't know if you would be choosing to play a Nibiru going first.
Probably not. Yeah. Well, no,
I think I would definitely special the IP Masquerena during the end phase.
He did.
Yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't special the IP here.
That's the pass. Oh.
just got some damage across.
I don't know if this particular deck plays.
So we still know he has Phantasme.
I know one of them's wanted.
Yeah.
I wonder if Phantasme says Link Summon or Special Summon of a Link monster.
I don't see a world where Jeff has.
Maybe that's why he didn't special the IP.
Looks like Jesse's just going to use the
I'm assuming that's what Phantasme says, because that's the only way that makes sense to me.
valence effect feeling.
I think we might see why Jeff took so long to decide his turn here. Is if you don't have that many moves to go, you have to be very selective of what you have. And we didn't even get.
Oh, now we force out. That's the thing that sucks about Garunix being on the field. Is it just like now he just forced out the Kieran with Flameberg, and he doesn't even have a Princess engraved. So like, how is this gonna get destroyed? Because I don't think Jesse's gonna destroy it. I feel like he's probably just gonna do, or at least if he does destroy it, he's gonna Hida the Garunix or something like that, or he'll have an Arvada first.
Back of the Garunix.
Like, there's just so many ways to prevent that.
Oh, this is such an entertaining mirror
He had
match.
another Ash Blossom for the Phantasme again.
Oh no.
Now the
That's just too crazy.
Ash to get Poplar.
Oh, Justy definitely wins here.
You resolve turbulence twice, you more or less win the game. It's very similar. You get to
Oh, we finally get to confirm that he does play Oak.
you generate about the same amount of advantage.
Shout out to my 3v3 teammates for Vegas, Gabe and Pat. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. They think Oak is bad. They're absolutely bonkers. I hope it doesn't cost them the finals this weekend in Costa Rica.
Special summon to destroy a fire monster in his deck if he wants. He only
Oh, he does exactly what I said. He specials the Garunix from the grave. Now we can literally, I think, go battle phase and kill him even. Like, wild.
decided it out. Or
Oh, now, oh my gosh, now Poplar can literally put the Flameberg in the spell trap zone too.
Yes, he is.
This Phoenix is just even, like, I wouldn't use this as a reason you should play Phoenix. This Phoenix is kind of unnecessary. But at the same time, I do play Celine and Access Code Talker for these types of situations where I just want to pop back rows.
what else would the graveyard matter this much? It has to be called by, I think.
It's a good card, but this is probably not the position for it. But I don't know if it's gonna be called by the grave. Maybe he would have called by the grave the Flamber
Flamberge,
Dragon,
right?
so
Yeah.
it's probably not
He
called by.
might be looking at what's already been used. What effects have been used this turn?
I was also curious if Dogwood was going to be really popular. The first two games went by so fast, but game 3 is kind of taking a while. Dogwood could have been like insane for Jeff. Even going first, like I feel like he would have just won this match if he played Dogwood. Wow, that Cosmic is definitely a card we should have been playing around. Cosmic. I'm always trying to play around Cosmic, Super Poly, called by Imperm, and Econ as potential sets for my Fire King opponents this format. That definitely showcased how powerful Cosmic Cyclone is in the mirror match.
Turn 3.
I'm in the 2 cure.
Especially when we're low on time.
See your point. I can see your point here.
Billy, it's okay. You can be wrong.
But now we have the Arvada, so
Absolutely not.
Arvada attack directly is like literally game.
It looks like he's trying to decide what he swims back with the Kieran.
I thought all hope was lost, but one card.
Yeah.
Full
We
swing
talked about
comeback.
Cosmic and
He triggers Garunix too.
key card. I think it
Because
might
he specialed Jeff's Garunix off of Hida, so he still has his.
Might
So he probably just still wins this game no matter what.
good right now.
It's really, really good. And as mentioned during our little side talk here,
Well, how many cards does Jeff have in hand? Because if Jeff only has
a lot of
one in hand, then we know it's Phantasme.
has been used and decided Cosmic there, and the board is still fully rebuilt here, which is still unfortunate because you resolve Flamberge twice. It's gonna be very hard to play.
I love how impactful that one activation was, and then maybe how inconsequential it also was based on.
That's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
The flames of rebirth.
Yeah, you can't make SP Little Knight when your opponent's up 500 life points with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. There's just no way.
Not a lot of the list includes Snake Eye Oak,
I think
but
that's
over here,
yeah, over here you have to play it.
everyone has been
I
playing.
love the card.
Oh, so
We're summoning Dark, the Dark Charmer with the Link Karibo.
yeah, so Dark going after that Diabell Star, but wanted being able to add it back from the graveyard.
I
Yeah.
wonder when this Phantasme is going to come down.
The Kieran.
Ooh, does Jesse play 2 Princess? It's also kind of good to know.
Back. He's gonna go into Princess.
Oh, he does.
Come back. He can go into Radiant.
Pretty sure that's the second one.
Atlantis. But does Atlantis destroy the Kieran, and then the Kieran would summon?
Oh, and then this is just game.
He might just try and find a way to use
But with the
Arvada on the
Arvada,
Kieran.
that might be able to clear it out. Jesse's just trying to pave a very clean path to victory.
And I do
Just
think
one card in the way.
there might have been a slow play warning from.
Yeah, that's what's so crazy is like these turns, like these like 10 seconds feel like a lifetime when you know you're going to lose. Yeah, I don't like the Raging Phoenix line here for sure. The thing is, you can't use Promethean Princess on Kieran's effect if you kill it by battle because it would be damaged up. But yeah, this should just be game.
Side, and you pick the positions: face up attack, face down.
Maybe they got a time extension.
Pushing the tides out, and it
I think they had to have gotten a time extension for the slow play warning.
I love it being like in the ocean on that Link monster. That blue just looks so nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That's one of those cards when it came out. I was like, this card's gonna be really, really good one
Yeah,
day.
At some point, it's going to be very utilized. It just has the potential for
Yeah,
it.
and I mean the big thing that it does is it forces your opponent to special summon, which can enable your Promethean Princess from your graveyard.
Yeah, I would definitely trigger Princess here.
So yeah, he's not going to use the Promethean Princess, just going to use Poplar Link.
Wow. Wow. That is one really fucking cool thing about Anima. Is you can Zeolantis to the zone that Anima points to and just take your monster and kill you. That's crazy. I've not actually seen game done yet that way yet by Anima. Wow, that was a really cool way to see game. I'm surprised Jesse revealed that much information, but there wasn't that much time left to really think about it. So definitely makes sense. Okay, that's round 1. Let me know if you want to see round 2 in the next commentary review. And peace, duelists. Let me know who you think is going to win the UDS in the comments. Like and subscribe, please. Peace.